Okay, for a sneak peek, an early view, um, a surprise for my viewers. This is what I thought would be a good thing, a fun thing to do. Um, for the information be readily and quickly given you. Uh, what happens when we die? Where do we go? Is it really true that we are spirit outside these bodies? That all these questions, for anybody that doubts, that hasn't had that spiritual awakening yet. A spiritual awakening is not something that has a prerequisite to it or anything like that. The moment that you realize that there is a spirit, a living spirit within your body, that continues to thrive outside of it, is when you are awakened spiritually. Now that we have that down, even if you're not spiritually awakened and you don't believe this yet, this still is for you. So my idea was I'm going to bring in some some long lost, very much loved friends of mine, including my daughter, to for each one of them having 5 minutes to give us a description or an explanation as to what dying is, how it feels, what it is, and what happens after that. So they're each going to have a 5 minute window. Now I'm going to start with my best friend Bill, and he just died in I believe it was August 17th, September 17th. Sorry, Bill. Um, his nickname, I named him Sir William, and Sir William is the main one of the main characters in my children's book. Even that's how much I looked up and adored this man. Um, I hadn't seen him. It was like I went and saw him in the hospital, or the convalescent hospital, probably 5 months before he passed, but I hadn't been able to get to see him again. Although I know not to feel bad about it, I still have not opened up to communicating with him. So this will be the first time, and I'm excited about it. And I know that he's not going to let us down. So William, let me take a deep breath before I call you in. So that'll be on 8. Okay, you're okay. Babe, my best friend. Hi, sweetie, he says. He's all, I'm doing so good. I'm wiggling my little toes in the sand. And proud of you, I am. And excited for the 5 minutes you've allowed me. This is grand. He's being a smartass. Sir William, help my viewers to understand that that we are more than just those bodies. What the fact is that here I am in the sand with my toes in it. It is a fact that I am. Yeah. I miss you. I love you. I knew that I was going to be able to communicate with you sooner from spirit than getting there to see you again in the physical. He says, I admired all of those who had entered my lifetime. And for it, my greatest memories come along with me. That they reside. He keeps hold of them. I know. You're running out of time, bud. We want to know. In your words from Spirit, Bill, we're serious now. When you died, what happened? And And how can you express the what's going on with you now, or how can you instill in the people watching this video that you are still alive in spirit? Andrea, I came delivered a a baby blue bubbling bundle into the arms of my mother. But I did. He's saying, let us put in quotes the word come here. I came here. I came here. Andrea, it is the star of the show of what I'm trying to deliver. I came here through my mother in a bountiful, bumbling, beautiful baby blue array of bountifulness, he's saying. But the truth is that I came here. But from where did I come? You all have no choice other than to rest on that question. For the answers, you have none. In other words, for your denying that you come from somewhere is without you. He says that is the number one coin in the shoe. He wants to get personal. Bill, he knows that I'm going to let time run over for him. Because it's saying he's got 45 seconds. But Sir William, can we please keep the personal stuff out of it? He goes, I'm sticking to topic. Like you asked me to. Good. That's good. Andrea, before I even settled enough for the intaking of my last breath, I was already on high, up high. I could already view you. And when he says me, he means he was already in. I was in that heavenly place in the sky. And for it, my view, my eagle eye upon all of you. It is only left for those I left behind to cry. For not one tear was ever found my eye, nor has it since. My spirit left my body and to say its goodbyes. And good riddance to it, he says. Good riddance to it. He said it became what felt like a demise, like it was too much for him to carry in the end. He said, ah, little one, your eye so realized. My eye was open. And I did you have a hard time believing that I was capable of what I told you that I was? He said I had for my own sight. For when you read from my sister telling me of the tooth I held in my pocket, he says, I knew then that there was more to you. Okay. He said, I am free. And he's doing this little twinkle toe like ballet little, you know, the cartoons where you hear the little Tinkerell or whatever when they were on. He's doing that. He's frolicking. He's frolicking in the foam of the waves on the shoreline as they come in. And he's like, "Look at me. Look at me. I love you. You're making me laugh." We are a spirit. Giving only for the living experience our bindings within bodies, and for all the fear that it brings as we near our deaths. The reality of it, the leaving of the body, is so freeing. He's all, I can move, I can dance, I can breathe, I can stretch. He goes, there's room for me. He's wishing for me to say it's a liking to being in a cockpit in a jet, and one of those the jets that where there's only room barely for the pilot. He says it is just like that. It is just like that when we are in our bodies, squished upon the inside of the chest. You can go ahead. Andrea, my minutes have long been near. The for the knowing, the words of Sir William, for your hearts to hold dear, is there is nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. There's no pain. There's no horror. There's nothing brought with us here that gives us reason when we're there to fear. Time's up. So, Sir William, I love you. He says, my friend, I hold you dear. I know you do. I love you. He's saying, my understanding of you sometimes was queer. He didn't always get me. But he does he says, I do from here. Oh, well, I'm glad. And it is you blinking my light. I know it is. Okay. So that was, I think Sir William got 11 minutes on that. Next, Ricardo. Ricardo passed nearing 4 years before Sir William did. I didn't know Ricardo long, but a friend me, our friendship was dear. And I trust him to bring a deliverance upon anyone curious as to what happens when we die. He says, he says, you are such a sweet one. He says, one of the sweetest ones my life was ever gifted, to even know you and then to have you as a friend. It meant a lot to this old man, this old goat herder, in the end. Thanks. I am here and represent you as your friend. The night I died, go ahead. Although he can't explain it as a rational knowing, it had settled upon him Go ahead. You speak and I'm gonna. Something was known there inside of me that it was my last night in that lifetime's history. I don't know, this might be too hard for me. Although my mind, my conscious waking mind, and the eyes that I saw you with that day, they weren't taking seriously what the inner core of me and the spirit knew was on its way. But I'm telling you, for all of you, we fear nothing when we die. There is no pain beyond the mind's own input of fear. It is something we leave here instantly. It is just not given us. Outside of the bodies and in our own natural entity, as our own natural entity. Oh, you know, dear young one, how much pain I held in my knees. It is for my own passing and my first conscious knowing of anything. It was the relieving, the not having, the not knowing that pain in my knees. That all pain that I had been knowing for many, many years was relieved me instantly. And for it, I found the glee. In other words, that from that moment on, it was all good. Andrea, there was never a moment upon my passing, upon my leaving my shell, so to speak, it has been nothing but lightness and the holy glory of that from which we seek wholeheartedly. Some of us do, especially when we're weak. We seek the light of God. We seek the love of His arms around us. We seek for our souls and spirits not being lost, abandoned, or being found without us. Andrea, you know how much of a heart of mine was in there. And it is now for my own knowing how much of it was in there. My layers have been peeled off. Like an offensive, tear-bringing onion. He says, I'm just having fun. I'm sorry. This one's hard. Andrea, I am so proudly in spirit to be the one chosen that you've brought for the describing and telling of everyone what a gift it is to be both in body and to be set free of it. The love of God is never go ahead. The love of God is never not around you, he says. You were Hispanic, Spanish, and religious, or his mom. He grew up in the house that loved God. Let's sit on. Andrea, where I'm at is sweeter than any God that my heart or eyes and body could have ever believed. My knees don't hurt. All worries, all heavy burdens of being in the body, I'm free of. The only thing that I have and I hold dear with me is the knowing of those who meant something to me. I keep those memories, I hold them. And you and I, although we were short to meet, meaning I only knew Ricardo about a year before he passed, he says we are long friends in spirit. And he says, wait around, you'll see. Andrea, I ask for the glory be known. Those who are watching this, be known to thee of the ever holy, loving presence surrounding you while you're in body. Before you're set free. In other words, the whole time we're in our shells, our spirit is in our shells, we are not without the love of God cradling thee. That's beautiful, Ricardo. I love you. You got a fair time as Sir William. He says, yeah, that old man, he outshined even me, meaning he lived longer than Ricardo. He was older than you. Not by much. Well, he was, though. Okay. So that's these, and that's kind of, that's interesting. Thank you, Ricardo. He says, now, without the pain in my knees, he is more than happy to do a curtsy or a bow on one knee. And very beautiful. I'm so glad for you. He says, you'll always remain a part of me. I know that. We're all connected, you guys. Every one of us. Even me and you that haven't even met. We're all connected. So it's been 24 minutes. Amber Rose. For anybody that doesn't know. Of Amber Rose, she's my daughter. She passed in 2015. She was 5 weeks shy of 18, 3 weeks shy of dental school, and she was struck in the middle of she was let out of a car in the center of the highway, and she was struck by another oncoming car, and And that was 10 years ago. And Amber, my only experience in learning what it's like when we die is from my I had I had scribed an essay for Nikola Tesla where he described what it was like. Anybody's interested in that, where can that be found? I do have it. I do have it in my group, the Authentic Medium. The link to that document is in there. Anyways, let's hear it from my daughter. It seems like for Bill and Ricardo, they're not, they're different, but they're not. She says, "Mom, your choices are wise. For can there be any further distancing of people or personalities or beliefs?" In other words, the triangle is wide, meaning there's nothing in common between these three that I've chosen. Mom, when the human side of me, the human body of me, was released, it's almost like an she's saying released me like an ejection instantly. Mom, it was before my time. Amber, what you're saying is that before you were struck, you were gone from your body. Mom, in that exact, she can't even just, there's no words to describe. A millisecond doesn't even do it. She was out before she was hit. Mom, it is to the best way to describe it. For all of your internal mental pain of your first view of the trauma and the pain I must have felt when I was struck. You now have gained the knowing that I was ejected before I was struck. And this is true for us all. Mom, even if I didn't leave my body in time or to not feel the pain, any kind of feeling or pain, Mom, that we gain or that we experience and gain through the body doesn't remain. We are instantly without that. The memory of the pain is with you, though, Amber. The memory of the pain is for the living. It's what we up here call the rain, your rain. It's holding on to pain. It like tears, it becomes the rain. We have no rain here. And for our knowing of our living, you're describing for the spirit knowing what, having experienced living a life in a body, they understand our brain. Mom, it is always, always, always the same. We die. She doesn't like that word, neither do I, because they don't. We die, and those that we leave behind feel the rain. They're in the rain. She's saying it seems senseless to us. For there's no point in being in the rain. But then again, we realize too that what we are out of body and when we are in body, our knowledge and knowing and understanding are not the same. Why not fear death, Amber? Because, Mom, death is not what, it is not the rain. There is no rain. Not for us. There's no pain. There's no sorrow. There's no heavy. There's no rain for us, Mom. And but there is the view of the rain upon you, Mom, upon those that we've left behind that miss us. And for it, there's rain. They cry and they hurt. And although we in spirit we know why, our understanding of it is so much greater that we still in without speaking, we still shake our head going, why do they do that? Mom, it is the one thing that the last thing that I want to say before we say goodbye to the people that are wanting to know how to handle it, how to lose the fear, how to adjust to what happens to us when our soul dies. What she's saying, go ahead. Mom, I want to tell them, when you know for sure what you are inside of that crab shell, she's saying an ocean shell, when you know outside that shell is that creature, is that living being, you'll realize how insignificant once left that shell becomes. It is for the growth and the continuance of the life of the creature inside that shell to become. It is the prime of life. It is the continuance of it. The crab shell for the creature is merely a short-lived sheltering device, period. The moment that is realized, may it shake off for you any sort of fearful ties to the material world and your own flesh. It is a shell on the coast. At most. I love you, Mom. You are doing well to hide it, but I know. I love you, Mom. She says she's got dinner ready, but there's something that she has to fry still. Fry yet? Bye. Alright. So that was the three, guys. They're all different, but they're all the same. We'll say that one. That was my father coming in, and I haven't heard from him in a while. We'll do that later. It's just three. It was just for fun, just to see what they would say. And we heard it. You know, there's no validity. There's no way of proving that what they say is fact. However, if you bundle enough of them together, there is going to be a weight of truth when they're all put together. You know, the gold is at the bottom. Anyways, thanks, guys. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you, Rose. I love you guys. They're all. Don't forget, we are the invisible me's, and we have eyes. We see you, like we're watching you. They want us to realize that they're alive. They're very much alive. Hmm.